Hello guys, welcome. In today's video, we are going to learn the concept of list inside list. So we can create list inside the another list, which is also called 2D list. So to understand this concept, let's consider a matrix, which is also called, it is matrix. And then, so this is the main list, and I am going to create 3 sub lists in this main list. So and then we have the last one is 7 comma 8 comma 9. So as you can see here, this list contain 3 sublists. So it is slightly complicated if we want to print. So the looping in this matrix list is slightly complicated, which we have learned in previous videos. So suppose I want to print these sublists, so I can directly use the looping here. It is up to us whatever loop we want to use. I am using here for loop for sublist. I am using sublist as a variable here. You can use whatever you want. The variable is up to you. So and then in matrix. So uh, for these sublist to print, we have to. So if I want to print these alphabet, all the atoms present in the main list. So for the for to print each 1, 2, 3, 4, we have to use 2 for loops. So I can use I here. So I am using for loop within nested for loop here, which we had discussed in previous videos, and then sublist. So as you can see here, these sublist contain each sublist from the main list one by one, and this I contain each item from the sublist. So I can directly print I here. As I run this program, sorry, there is a mistake. What name error? Sorry, I forgot to put R here, and then in this program you can see here these all items from the main list are printing here. So what if I just want to print the sublist? For the sublist to print, I can just comment this code from here, and then I can just print sublist. So as I run this program, you can see here these all the sublists which are present in our main list matrix are present here. So what if I want to print just 5? How can I print 5 from the matrix? So there is a way. We don't need loop here. So I can directly print matrix. So there is the concept of indexing we are going to use. So this sublist is at 0 index, and the 5 is at second sublist. So the second sublist is at 1 index, and the 5 is the item at 1. So I can directly use 1 square bracket 1, and then if I run this program, you can see the 5 is at output. So the first index is the index of the second sublist. At 0 index we have 1, 2, 3, and the first index we have 4, 5, 6 sublist. So the sublist we'll allocate the sublist, and then we are using another one to locate our required 5 which we want to print. So what if I want to print 9? So we can print 9. So 9 is at third sublist. So third is at our second, and then it is our, and then we can directly use 2 here, because 9 is at the second sublist of our third sublist of our third, and the element of third. Okay, so what if so we can directly also print 3 here. So how can I print 3? 3 is at our 0 sublist, so I can use 0, and then 2 is, and then run this program. You can see here 3 is at output. So by using this method, we can print each element and every element at the output. So maybe I forgot to tell you about the type function. So we discuss it in this video. So the type function we can use to determine any type of the variable. So suppose s is the variable which is a string. So you can see here a string is under the inverted commas. So how can I know that what is the data type of s? So I can determine the data type of s by using type function. So I can just write type, and under the parenthesis of type I write the variable name, and then print. You can see here str. So str is the string. So what if I change the type here? So I give here 20.9. So you can see the 20.9 is a float data type. So if I run this program, you can see type return float at output. So by using this type function, we can determine the type of any variable. So that's all about today. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe our channel for more videos. Thank you very much for watching.